Hello everyone, I'm going to do my book review today on A Wheel of Time, only books 1 through 3. They're by Robert Jordan, that's his pen name. His real name is James Oliver Rigney, I believe, and he passed away in 2007, leaving his epic fantasy incomplete, and it's being continued by Brandon Sanderson. And he's going to finish the last 3 books. So I'm just doing book 1 through 3. I've only read books 1 through 3, so my knowledge of the books is very limited to only these 3 books. I am going to do the little intro of the books right now, and I'm gonna butcher names. Even though there's a glossary, I still for some reason can't get names down, whether you give me a glossary with the pronunciations or not. So here's The Eye of the World, the first book. I really like the cover art on this one. Here is The Great Hunt, book 2 of The Wheel of Time. And here is The Dragon Reborn, book 3. And the books start off at you're in this small little land called Two Rivers, and it's just, small village. There's, small town conflicts. There's small town, environment. Everybody knows each other. They're about to celebrate and have this little celebration. So they have a storyteller there, or like a bard, and they have just the whole environment's very excited and stuff. And then an Aes Sedai, forgive me, I do not know how to say this. Her name's Moraine. She comes with her warder Lan, and in this small village, these people are only heard of in stories, they're only heard of in legends, and here they are in this small town, and nobody knows what's going on. So they're looking for a specific boy, and this boy is supposed to be the Dragon Reborn, and they end up taking 3 boys with them due to, a series of events that they have to leave. And the 3 boys they take with them is Rand, Perrin, and Matrim. And along with them comes the bard or storyteller Tom. And they also take Rand's love interest Edwin. I don't know how to say names, forgive me again. And so those are the basic, characters that start off this adventure. And that's all I'm going to give you right now. I don't want to give away anything or too much, but that's just how the book starts. And Aes Sedai, basically, she's like a wielder of magic, or in this books it's called the One Power. And so yeah, and they're like afraid of this thing called the Dark One. And that's pretty much all I'm gonna say. And I'm just gonna do an all over what I thought about this book. I'm not gonna get into details about specific events and such. It's very hard for me to explain how I felt about these books, because it's kind of I did like the basic plot and I did like the characters, but it was really hard for me to read, not because it was a high reading level or because it had hard words. It was just very difficult to read, as in it was a stop and go, unnecessary details. It dragged on, and that's basically the problem that I had mostly with it. And it does repeat. There was a certain conflict that repeated itself a lot, and it was getting quite bothersome. And that's not my style. That's not what I'm used to. And I hate that stop and go, where it's gets interesting and then it drags on for some reason, and then it gets interesting and it's just hard to kind of, I wasn't ready to catch on with that at all. I personally decided to stop at book 3 and not continue, even though there's supposed to be like 14 books. I chose to stop at 3 and not even pick up the series again. But that's just my opinion, and I'm never one to say to not read a series of books, because there's a lot of people that do like The Wheel of Time, and so I don't want to say don't read the books, because I'm only representing one opinion. So what I would actually suggest to do is do what I did, you know, get 1 through 3, borrow, buy, and see if you like them. And if you do, continue the series. And if you don't, well, don't feel obligated to continue the series, because if you're like me and you don't like the irregularities, you would just not like the rest of the series. And I've been reading other people's book reviews on this, and I've been watching other people's book reviews on this series, and they say they love the books, but they say read 1, 2, 3, skip some, continue, and that makes no sense to me. If a series is good, why should you have to skip some? So that made no sense to me. I'm not willing to skip some books and then continue it up later. So I'm not going to do that. I personally just stopped at 3. And that's all I have to say, basically, is that it was just kind of hard to read for me, and I couldn't jump on the bandwagon for this one. And then this is another one that they compared to Tolkien. Like, it even says on this little quote right here, and that really pisses me off, because this is nothing like Tolkien's work at all. It's his own work. He made his own little, you know, thing. It's not your basic elves, dwarves, dragons fantasy, and it was really good characters. I think that's why the only reason I did continue reading the books is because I fell in love with the characters. So he's not a bad writer by all means. That's why I'm rating this like 5 out of 10, because it's a hit or miss, and so you either like it or you just can't deal with it. But characters were really great, basic plot was really great, and this guy's not a bad writer, but come on, stop comparing people to Tolkien, really? Anyways, that's my opinion on the books, but I would really like to hear from people who have read the books, what they thought about them. I want to hear, like, people who liked the series, who didn't like the series. I just want to hear from all sorts of people. And this is just my personal opinion on the books, and so I'm not going to try to stop anyone from picking up the series, because honestly it wasn't a trashy book. It wasn't, and it was just the way that I couldn't read it. And I think I am going to give 1 through 3 another shot, I'm going to reread, but I'm not certain if I'm actually going to continue. So if I do continue, then I will tell you guys, but for right now I have no reason to continue these books. So just comment, you know, let me know what you thought of them. And sorry I keep licking my lips, they're just dry right now. So goodbye everyone. Facebook me. I have a Facebook page, I'll link that in the description, and ask me questions, and I'll link my Formspring so you can ask me questions. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it helped for non-readers to decide what to do, if you want to read them or not. If you're interested, I say go 1 through 3. Don't just go out and buy all 14 books. Well, 13, there's going to be a 14th. But don't go out and buy them all right now if you're a new reader. Okay, so that's my little warning to you. Bye.